Hi, everyone. Welcome. Good afternoon. Welcome to our webinar, Thankful for Legacy, Gifting and Estate Planning Tips. My name is Angela Hsiao, and I'm joined by my colleague, Muky. Together, we're the lead attorneys at Sage Legacy Law, where we specialize helping families create plans that secure their assets and protect their loved ones. This session is all about making estate planning approachable, especially for families who might not know where to begin. Muki, would you like to say a quick hello?
Hi, everyone. So thank you for taking the time to join us. We're here to simplify what we often feel like a really complex topic. Today, we'll focus on practical tips, especially those inspired by the season of gratitude and giving.
Yep. So here's what you can expect from today's session. Thanksgiving, family and traditions, why this season is a great time to reflect on legacy. Lifetime gifting, how gifting during your lifetime can benefit both you and your loved ones. 3, trust-based planning for California, the benefits of trust and avoiding probate and protecting your assets. And 4, demystifying trust misconceptions, common misunderstandings about wills and trusts, and finally creating a legacy of gratitude, ensuring your legacy reflects your values. And we'll end with a Q&A session where we'll address your questions. But let's start by reflecting on Thanksgiving and what it means for our families and traditions. All right.
So when you think of Thanksgiving, what comes to mind? For most people, it's probably about family tradition. Maybe it's a special recipe that gets passed down for generations, or a ritual of sharing what everyone is thankful for around the table. These traditions reflect our values and create a sense of belonging. Angela, how do these concepts tie into estate planning?
So it's a great question, Yuki. Estate planning is like creating a recipe for your legacy. Just as you follow steps to make a perfect dish, estate planning involves a set of strategies to ensure your assets and value are passed down smoothly. So let's use this example. Imagine your family has a vacation cabin you've enjoyed for decades. Without proper planning, passing it down to your children could lead to disputes or financial burdens due to property taxes. A trust then can ensure that clear instructions on how the cabin is shared, maintained, or even sold while preserving family harmony.
That's a great analogy. So estate planning isn't just about dividing assets, it's about creating a roadmap that ensures your family's traditions and relationships stay strong. Yeah.
So now we're talking about, where is this? This is match. Sorry. Lifetime gifting as a family tradition. Next slide. Yes.
Yeah.
So this is a powerful way to share your legacy during your lifetime. Gifting. Can you explain what we mean by lifetime gifting?
Lifetime gifting, of course. So lifetime gifting allows you to give portions of your wealth to your loved ones while you're still alive. This isn't just about financial benefits, it's an opportunity to create that tradition of generosity and gifting. So, for example, a grandparent might give $19,000 annual to each grandchild, helping them to start a college fund or invest in their first home, business, whatever it is. Over time, this can significantly reduce the size of their taxable estate while giving their family that head start in life.
Yeah, exactly. And gifting isn't limited to cash, right? You can also give stocks, bonds, or even family-owned business. Let's say you own a family bakery and want to pass it down to your children. You could gradually gift them shares in the business, teaching them how to manage it while minimizing estate tax. It's that growing together and evolving together that we're talking about.
And another example, it would be funding education or medical expenses. So by paying a grandchild's tuition directly to their university, you're not only helping them to succeed, but you're avoiding gift taxes because these payments are exempt.
And these aren't just to transfer wealth, like we said. I think some people put it to the end and try to do like lump sum and all the gifting and worry about those things. But they build deeper connections and you're fostering a sense of shared purpose.
So you're not the Uncle Scrooge.
Yeah,
giving
you're
her
not sitting
anything.
on hoarding it all until the end.
So then it comes up. Okay,
Smart gifting strategies.
there you go.
So now we talked about the concept. Let's dive into strategies for lifetime gifting. Okay.
All right. So specifically on the technicality of all the different gifting methods that we just went through, you can gift up to 19,000 per person annually without triggering gift taxes. So,
Yeah.
example.
So, example, supposedly you have 3 children and 5 grandchildren. And you and your spouse can each give 19,000 to all 8 family members. So 38,000 per recipient without gift tax. That's
304,000.
304,000 transfer in a single year. And that's significant.
That
Right?
is actually for people to kind of lower their estate. Imagine that over the years.
Yeah. So a lot of people think, oh, 19,000 isn't much. It's going to help my planning much. It will. Through over time, and if you are consistently gifting this much, it'll definitely help with the final estate planning and the tax issues if that's their consideration. But even aside from that, like we said, it creates that sense of purpose, fostering family connection, and just keeping everyone together.
Definitely. So another strategy, like I had mentioned earlier, it's educational and medical payments. So these can be paid directly to institutions and don't count toward your gift tax exclusion. So, for example, if your niece needs surgery, paying the hospital directly will ensure that she gets the proper care that she needs without increasing her taxable estate. You're lowering your taxable estate, and she the cash does not go into her account first. So she would not be account for either income tax or any other tax liabilities.
Mm-hmm. And let's not forget charitable giving. Donating to causes close to your heart can reduce estate taxes and reflect your value and in your legacy.
Mm-hmm.
So those are some strategies. And the next, trust-based planning for California.
So California's probate process is infamous for being really lengthy, expensive, and public. That's why we always recommend almost always, trust-based planning as cornerstones of any of our clients' estate plan.
Mm-hmm.
So a living trust is particularly useful in ensuring that your assets are distributed efficiently. Angela, could you explain how this works?
Yes, so absolutely. A living trust is one of the most versatile tools in estate planning. And here's what it offers. It serves as a substitute for a will. Instead of relying solely on a will, which goes through probate, yes, probate is guaranteed. A living trust doesn't go through probate. It allows you to bypass this process entirely. Secondly, you can name beneficiaries for your asset directly in the trust. This ensures your wishes are honored and carried out precisely. And it's revocable, a revocable living trust. This means you can make changes or amendments to the trust as your circumstances evolve. Then fourth, you remain the trustee during your lifetime. This allows you to maintain the complete control of your assets while ensuring a seamless transfer after your passing. So let's break down these points further with some examples.
Okay. So, as a substitute for a will, many people think that will is enough. But in California, a will, like Angela said, must go through probate. So, a public process that can actually take a year or longer, most likely longer, and cost a significant percentage of your estate. For instance, imagine you own a home that's valued at 1.5 mil. If this home is passed through, and your heirs might face actual potential that the probate, it would probably require them to have upfront costs and other costs that would be associated with the probate. And imagine if they don't have the cash to actually pay all this cost, and it would come directly from the estate, first of all, leaving less for your loved ones. And if it was actually placed in the living trust, on the other hand, it would bypass the probate entirely. So your heir could actually take up ownership much faster with no court intervention, and they would save some money.
Mm-hmm. And point two, naming beneficiary directly. Let's say you have multiple accounts like bank accounts, investment portfolio, and a family cabin, like we said. With a trust, you could designate how each asset should be distributed. For example, leaving the cabin to your oldest child and dividing the remaining assets equally among your other children. This clarity helps prevent misunderstanding or conflict among family members. Without a trust, these decisions would likely be left to the courts, and which will result in outcomes that most likely won't align with your wishes.
And it has flexibility. One of the greatest advantages of that living trust is the flexibility. Life is unpredictable. Your financial situation, different relationships, or even your wishes may change over time. So, for example, if you initially leave a portion of your estate to a specific charity, but later decided you want to support a different cause, you can easily amend your trust to reflect that change. Likewise, if your family grows, say you have a new grandchild, you can adjust the trust to include them as a beneficiary and devise your different assets differently.
Like we always say, it's life planning, so it's supposed to grow with the life. It's a living document. Maintaining control as a trustee. So this is another key feature that keeps you in control. As a trustee of your own trust, you can continue managing your assets just like you always have. This includes selling, buying, transferring property, withdrawing money, or even closing accounts. For example, if you have rental properties, you can continue to collect rent, make repairs, selling it, all while it's in the trust. So there's no loss of control during your lifetime. An example
Okay.
of everything, how everything comes together.
All right. Imagine a family with 3 children. The parents own a home, some retirement savings, and a small business. So they create a living trust, naming themselves as trustees. Over time, they decided to sell the small business and use that proceeds to fund a vacation home, which they add to the trust. When one parent passes away, the surviving parent continues to manage the trust. So basically, the
She's in
house,
total
the
control.
vacation home, and all the accounts that they own. Upon the second parent's passing, the trust automatically distributes the home to one child, split the retirement savings among the other 2, and designate the vacation home as a shared family asset, all without probate.
So this process is smooth, it's private, and it's aligned with their wishes, sparing the children the emotional and financial burden of probate.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So again, that's why trust works so much better and so much more powerful than doing a will.
Mm-hmm. So let's emphasize why a living trust is such an effective tool. Direct transfers. Assets held in the trust transfer directly to beneficiaries without court involvement. Efficient process. By avoiding probate, your family saves time, money, and stress. Aligned wishes, because you control and adjust the trust during your lifetime. It always reflects your current desires. And how does this differ from other estate planning tools like wills and joint ownership?
Good question. We have to emphasize it again and again. So with joint ownership, for example, only the co-owner directly inherits the asset, which can exclude other intended beneficiaries. And while wills outline your wishes, they still need court approval to execute. So trust would eliminate these complications, ensure a smoother transition for everyone involved.
Exactly. Trust provides clarity, flexibility, and control, all essential for protecting your legacy and loved ones. So now we're going to demystify, because we repeat. I know we repeat a lot, but people still make the same. I feel like the misconception so embedded.
That concept, right? It's
like
so
the
hard
joint,
to break.
like the joint ownership. It's like it doesn't matter how many times, right?
We just have to keep on.
We just have to keep on saying it. Okay. Let's address some common misunderstandings, Muky. Why do so many people think a will avoids probate?
Good question. So a will is a set of instructions for distributing your assets, but it must go through probate to be validated. So probate is public, expensive, and time-consuming. When you use a will, it's guaranteed. Okay. Now,
another misconception is that trust replaces the will. In reality, they work together. For example, a pour-over will is something that captures any assets not explicitly included in your trust, and then it'll help to transfer it after your death.
So there's
And
yeah.
when this part is not just for the ultra wealthy. Even families with modest assets can benefit from avoiding probate. Nobody wants to go through probate, and everyone has to, unless you really have very limited, very, very limited assets, like no house, right? And reducing taxes and ensuring their wishes are followed.
So hopefully that clarifies again right now. Hopefully in your mind you know the difference between wills and trust, and hopefully this time it stays a little longer.
It sticks. Think about it. We'll keep on repeating.
We will.
Yeah. It's not just for wealthy. Everyone needs a trust. Everyone in California needs a trust.
Pretty much. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Creating a legacy of gratitude. So, legacy planning isn't just about wealth. It's about reflecting your values, Muky. How can charitable giving help create this kind of legacy?
Good question. Let's say you support a local animal shelter for years. Including them in your estate plan not only helps the shelter, but shows your heirs how important it is to you, giving back overall, but giving back to the specific cause. And this can inspire them to continue supporting the cause that are meaningful to you, to your family, or inspire them to explore what they believe in giving.
Yeah. So another example is to establish a family foundation. This allows your heirs to collaborate on charitable initiatives, strengthening family bonds while supporting your shared values.
So basically, I think from charitable, if you have a charitable trust to a foundation, it's basically your will of giving, but on a much bigger collective scale, right, to do it.
So by incorporating gratitude into your legacy, you ensure that your plan goes beyond finances. It becomes a reflection of your life's purposes and also passing on that purpose, that mission statement we talk about a lot. That core value of your family. That's what continues to live on, beyond your lifetime. And then now we have Q&A session.
If you have any question, you can type it into the the chat box, and then we will try to take some. I think usually it's actually easier if we respond to them directly.
Yes, so I think it's easier for you to reach out to us if you have questions in one of these ways that's showing on the slide. We're always open 24/7 to receive your messages, and we'll always try to respond promptly as soon as we can.
Right.
And you'll always get a response from us.
Yeah.
And thank you for joining us. We encourage you to take the next steps by scheduling also a consultation. And for attendees today, as usual, we're waiving our consultation fees. So visit our website, contact us for personal guidance, or just if you have a question.
The entire webinar, I think, is for us to give you more information about, wills and trust and about gifting. But for you to have any questions for us, I think it would go a little more specific to your personal situation. So I think it's easier if you contact us directly.
Yeah, reach out, give us a call, email us, text us. And also, lastly, your feedback makes a difference. So we really want to know what you think about our webinars, our Friday Live, how we're doing, positive feedback, constructive criticism.
Or if there's any specific topic that
you want us
like
to cover. So use this QR code and leave us a message, and we'll definitely consider your feedback. We want to keep this channel open. We want to grow together.
Helpful. We want to be,
we want to be able to provide better service, customized service, cover your needs. So we want to hear from you, really. So QR code, leave us a message, leave us a review, and
thank you for your time and attention today. Your commitment to planning ahead ensures a meaningful legacy for your loved ones.
From Muky and I, the entire Sage Legacy Law team, we wish you a happy Thanksgiving filled with gratitude and joy.
Take care.
Enjoy the season with your family. We're here whenever you're ready to plan or need guidance.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Take care. Bye.
Cool.